Good afternoon, good night. This is basically the Gamersman back once again with another video, of course. Like I said, I'm sorry for, like I said, basically for some of my videos. Like I say, when it comes to like get information and try to get the community and stuff like that to work on Twitch, yes, I do post up on my YouTube channel and so on and so forth. Like I said, if my makes my videos a little boring at times, whatever the case may be, there is not a lot of people that's giving out the information. I know there is community channels and stuff like that true out there. And like I said, people trying to actually keep the information flowing and so on and so forth, like within the community itself. And like I said, I know it doesn't have nothing else to do with YouTube. And like I said, I know this is a groaner, or whatever the case may be for some people. But like I said, I like to be able to voice my opinion, whatever the case may be, to make stuff work a little bit better. But now, like I said, I might be biased of basically doing what I'm doing, whatever the case may be. But I'm not actually go along and putting anyone else down or basically saying one thing is right and one thing is wrong. It's just that I like to be able to see communities and so on and so forth working together to make things right for everybody, not just one side of the coin, of course. And like I said, it's just more of dealing with the support that I know, like I said, Twitch is supposed to have and what it can be. Like, I mean, that's exactly what I said before, that like when I'm actually running my trove and so on and so forth, it's there to basically to seed communities and so on and so forth. So people just don't have to repeat themselves over and over. Like I said, and have support that way. Like, I mean, I try to do something just a little bit different itself, and with my channel, like, I mean, this is exactly the way I would do my own server and stuff, so on and so forth too. And yes, I do have my own Twitch server and whatnot too as well, so I can actually be able to support more people. Like I said, it's just one of those things that I like to be able to get off my chest, or whatever the case may be as well. Like, I mean, I'm not there to go along and say, like I said, whatever, you know. But like I said, sometimes, like I said, if I'm stepping on other people's toes, whatever the case be, I'm sorry if I feel like I'm doing that sometimes, just because I word things sometimes or whatever. Like I said, I'm not doubting myself or whatever the case may be, but like, I mean, see, everybody's a little bit different in that direction, and I love supporting. I love supporting people. I love just supporting, like I said, the whole entire community. Like I said, with Twitch, I like supporting the community actually of basically mental awareness and so on and so forth. I love to be able to get things moving and so on and so forth. There's so people can actually understand exactly, like, when you actually come into a channel, you're there to support and whatever the case may be, if you are a supporter. And like I said, that's exactly what I like to be able to do. Because, like, I mean, even for me, I support all day long and so on and so forth too. So, like I said, if you get a bunch of people doing that, it works quite well to get it, at least with the community and so on and so forth. But like I said, I'm sorry if, like I said, my videos and stuff like that seems blasé sometimes, or it doesn't fit into what my role it should be itself, at least with Twitch and whatever the case may be. But like I said, it's just I like to see things. Like I said, I love supporting people. I love supporting people, and I don't mind teaching people how to use Twitch and whatever the case may be, so everybody can actually benefit from it. Like, I mean, in that direction. Yes, if I'm posting up on YouTube or whatever the case may be, I like to be able to post it up on YouTube, even though it doesn't have nothing to associate with YouTube or whatever the case may be. It's just a different way of doing things. Like I said, like when you've got like one or two people speaking out of 500 and 600, that is kind of a low ball number. And like I said, a lot of people just don't read the messages or just don't pay no heed to it, whatever the case may be, and then the information doesn't get out. And that's exactly, like I said, why, like I said, I'm using Trove, as I said in my last video of earlier today, that I'm using this as a information medium, so I can, because I've got nothing else to do with this game anymore. I'm pretty much done with the mastery. Now, I'm not saying I'm quitting Trove. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, some people take that wrong. Uh, but I'm there still supporting Trove and other games because, like I said, it's going to take me a long while to actually get the rest of the mastery. It might take me another 2-3 years. Just because of the events and so on and so forth. Now, I'm trying to get 1K mastery once I get that done. People don't realize, like, 1K mastery, that's like years down the road. That's not like something that just drop in and it's done. You know, and even if I get the maximum amount of mastery in this game now, I'm still looking at 778 at most, probably 779. Like that's to get every single thing in the game. So that's a lot of numbers still left over, and so on and so forth. Like, I mean, when it comes to like MMOs and so forth, yes, I find Trove and stuff like that more of a single player to a point. I know you can do a lot of stuff by yourself, or whatever the case may be, and I know it gets kind of boring sometimes to watch the videos over and over too, but there's only so much information you can actually give out as well. Like, I mean, I try to support like the communities in different ways, and so on and so forth. Like, I mean, if I'm basically doing the wrong type of job, or if I'm doing like something that's absolutely boring, I'm sorry if I'm coming off that way to a certain extent. Like, I mean, I try to use my good vibes and so on and so forth. I try to help as many people as possible, you know. And I love helping people. I love helping people. I like to see exactly what's going on, and I've said that many times before. Like I said, I'm not there to go along and go against the grind. I'm not going to go against people. I'm not going to go against, like I said, the leaders and so on and so forth. I'm there to basically support the leaders. I'm there to support the whole entire aspect of what Twitch is, and also YouTube at the same time. Because, like I said, as I said before, you follow people on YouTube and you unfollow them. Well, basically, you're losing the support of the game or the gaming community itself. If you're basically with Twitch and so on and so forth, you're basically losing communities and so on and so forth as well. Or basically you're just losing that one support, which it could be a great big huge asset to you to a point. Like, I mean, think of it this way. I sit into lobbies for hours on end. I don't mind doing that. Like I said, I'll sit into a lobby until basically you log out, which is some people do that, some people don't. Some people are still using your cell phone, so you can only support one person at a time. I try to do my best when it comes to that. So, like I said, I'm not trying to make another, like I said, I'm not trying to make a downer video. I'm not trying to say whatever. I'm not trying to patch things up with you guys. I'm just saying what basically had to be said right now, because of the fact I'm basically trying to do a bunch of stuff all at once, as I mentioned before. Like I said, when it comes to that, like, I mean, like I said, I see, for me, I'm such a I don't know if I'm such a big supporter of, like I said, games and stuff like that, because I've been supporting games for most of my life. And I've been doing like videos and stuff like that long before YouTube and so on and so forth. As I said before, I've been doing this for a lot of years. So I'm so used to doing it, not just in one direction, but basically, of course, as time goes by, your community and stuff do change too, and so does players. Everybody looks at, like I said, something that's a little bit older. It could be just the game itself, or something else that gets in the way. Now, like I said, I'm not saying anything negative or anything like that. Like I said, I'm just trying to basically basically try to make things work right for everybody. But it's like I said, there's only a certain amount of information out there. There's only a certain amount of support and so on and so forth. And that's exactly what I do. So, like I said, if you like the video so far, like I said, you can always hit that follow button. Basically, support your community. Support your communities as much as you can. And see exactly what you get at the end of the day. You'll be surprised, like I said, if you actually support them correctly and be able to get the whole entire wheel greased and just keep it going. Like, I mean, you'd be surprised of how much support and everything is out there. Like I said, I'm part of one of the most So far, like I said, as I said before, I'm a part of a family that on here, and I won't say a family because it's exactly the way they do their unit. Basically, it's called the Blitz family. Very, very kind people, and so on and so forth. They're there to support others, and so on and so forth. And like I said, I'm glad to be part of that support itself, just to basically just keep everybody happy, keep everybody, like I said, doing their games and so on and so forth, so they don't feel like they're actually doing their games and everything absolutely for no reason, and so on and so forth. So we've been able to keep the community going. Well, basically, we had a couple of people that wanted to quit twitching and so on and so forth. We basically, with the community itself, they feel still a little bit obligated to come in and still do their stream. So, which is great. Like, I mean, that means there is something done right. And that's exactly what I look at. You know, it's basically when it comes to like the struggle with YouTube and so on and so forth. Like, I mean, the struggle with YouTube is just crazy. Like, I mean, what goes on and whatever the case may be. And yes, I don't have the latest software for a lot of the games because I don't have the money or anything like that. I just can't support like some of the new software because of course you're paying about $100 for every game in Canadian, and that is just crazy. The games in my repertoire, but the only problem is, like, I mean, it's only the streaming community, and that's exactly what I'm looking at right now to see what's viable, what's not, and so on and so forth. I know there's certain games I don't play because it's just I'm not into those type of games, but I mean that's a choice for me, you know. And like I said, when it comes to choice of games, whatever the case may be, I love to be able to play different things like that. So, like, I mean, it's just a different type of game style, pretty much. And that's exactly what I look at. Like I said, I can't say, like I said, my games are favorable by everybody because they're not going to be. I'm going to be used to that itself. And I don't know if that's a downer for me or that's going to hinder on anything at the end of the day. But I look at exactly how I can still use the games and so on and so forth to basically to support others and so on and so forth. So, like, I mean, I try to basically help the communities as much as I can so people can actually be able to do what they need to do every day and still enjoy their games. I still enjoy my games too at the same time. Like I said, if I didn't, I would not be streaming. If I didn't enjoy people, I would not be streaming, and so on and so forth. And like I said, just to make a community. Like, I mean, as I said before, if I never said it before, like I said, in Warframe, I had a very good, strong community running, and we ran for 3.5 years until Destiny 1 arrived on the screen. And as soon as that showed up on the scene, basically we lost most of our members because of a new game. And that's going to happen too. Like, I mean, everything is not 100% all the time. And that's exactly what I look at. I look at all the pros and cons of basically twitching and so on and so forth, and what actually can happen. Like, I mean, this is long before I even start streaming that we had this community. I'm still part of the Warframe community as well. Like I said, you don't see me streaming Warframe that much because, like I said, it's just what it is. But I like to be able to, like I said, be able to switch over to Warframe and so on and so forth eventually. Because, like I said, I'm basically level 16 on there. I basically can support that game too. I know how to do everything. I just got to be able to rewrite the mods, the new mods that's out and so on and so forth. Is the only thing that I'm missing. But there's a reason why I stopped playing that. Just because our community base wasn't there anymore. And like I said, we made it so we can actually be able to benefit each other so well, it's unbelievable. And this is, like I said, I don't know if it's a leader versus leader type of thing, or I'm basically doing things wrong to a point, or basically, like I said, or my videos can, like I said, a bit boring. But like I said, I'm sorry if people do find it boring. But like I said, sometimes certain things got to be said to basically make communities still happen. And this is something I've been working on itself to try to help the Blitz family and so on and so forth. And if I've got to take a little bit of a hit or a little bit of change, I will actually take that. Yes, I will have my basically my games and so on and so forth. I'll still have fun with them, and I will still try to make fun videos and so on and so forth. And like I said, like I mean, if you're there supporting, like I said, if you're there supporting my channel and so on and so forth, I'll basically support your channel as much as I can and make things work. Like I mean, think of it this way: getting affiliate and so on and so forth takes the grind. It also takes time. That's the great biggest problem with that. And if, like I said, what the time itself it takes for the grind, like I mean, just open up a tab, like basically supporting people. Like I mean, I usually got like 5, 6, 7 tabs open at once. Once one tab dies out, I'll open up another tab. I'm constantly supporting. I might not like the game that you're playing, but I'll basically diminish the volume to the stream. I'll basically just leave it open, let the numbers just grow just a bit so people can get the affiliates and so on and so forth. And that's the proper way of doing it if, like I said, in that direction. Now, I know if you got your cell phone and you only can open up like one tab at a time, probably 2 or whatever, depends on how you get your phone and set up or whatever the case may be, you only can do that. And I mean, it's a small support and so on and so forth, but at least you're doing your part. And I do the same thing. Like, I mean, I've got my cell phone, I got my computer, I can open up multiple tabs or whatever the case may be. Like, I mean, I don't care about the Modern Warfare 2 that just got released. I don't care about the shooter games itself, just because it's not my type of style of game. Like, but I do play a lot of MMOs. I do play a lot of RPGs. I do a lot of like instructional manuals because there's no manuals and stuff like that online. And I do try to support as many communities as possible. I've been doing this for so many years. Like, I mean, I love doing what I do, like I said, in that direction. And like I said, sometimes people, like I said, find the videos probably a little bit boring or whatever the case may be, because the way I do my support, because I'm explaining stuff. And like I said, if you got a question or anything like that, I try to answer it ASAP and try to make it as clear as possible to get that information out. And this is another way I've actually support communities. It's not just hopping into a stream and sitting down and doing it that way. I'll try to do my best to basically make sure people get what they're looking for and basically keep on to making things happen for them. Because like I said, if I'm actually in there and you're basically affiliate, you've got your say your revenue, ad revenue, and so on and so forth. And if I'm in your stream long enough, basically you get a bunch of ads, you get different things, and that will actually work right for you. And plus your ad points and so on and so forth. Basically, I can sit into your lobby, the ad points just keeps on growing. So basically, even though I can use the emotes, I can do all that stuff, but I usually try to go for the ads and so on and so forth, so people can actually make revenue and stuff like that, so they're not struggling as bad or try to do stuff. So, like, I mean, there is basically successful ways of basically doing Twitch and so on and so forth. This is what a couple of videos back a couple of days ago, this is what I try to mention to people. Now, I know some of you guys know exactly how to do Twitch. I'm not saying people don't, but there's a lot of people out there that don't. Like, I mean, they'll pop into your stream for about 30 seconds, and they be gone. Like, I mean, that's not even doing anything for nobody to that point. That means you're not even supporting at that point, because it takes about a minute and a half for Twitch to actually pick up your IP and say you're actually doing, like, supporting. I do not know why Twitch does that. I don't get it. But like I said, when I try to get information and so on and so forth out and try to do my streams, like I said, some of my streams, like I said, for some certain people out there, it seems to be a bit boring. Like, I mean, I just can't. I'm not going to change my persona. I'm not going to change my persona just because. But what I look at it this way is this: you need 4 people for viewers. Like, I mean, I usually run a bot itself, like off my phone. So what happens is when I'm using my phone itself, I'm actually basically checking up on my audio and so on and so forth. So my audio don't sound like crap, And if it starts to sound like crap to my phone, that means it's going to start sounding crap to you guys too as well. So, and I do try to run a kind of like a PG channel too as well. So, because I don't know who is viewing my channel, and I don't know, like I said, what's going on with that. Like when it comes to like the age group, yes, I can set certain videos to a certain age group or whatever case may be. But there is it's what it is, And like I said, I try to do something different. Like I said, when it comes to like I said, certain games and stuff, so on and so forth. I know it's not going to be super popular, but like I said, I'm trying to be able to try to get it to affiliate so I can actually be able to give people biddies and so on and so forth. I know exactly what all that stuff is, and so on and so forth. And like I said, that'd be a different way of supporting people. Like I said, if you don't do Twitch or anything like that, and if you're on YouTube, you won't understand how Twitch works, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be different. It's going to be different when it comes to that stuff. So, I tried to go along and try to give it as much information as possible, and when it comes to doing that stuff, And if you're part of, like I said, the fam, if you're part of the Blitz family or whatever the case may be, on here on basically Discord and so on and so forth. Like I said, they're all beautiful people. They're basically there to support you and your hobby or your profession if you decide to make gaming your profession. And like I said, this is one thing that I like doing itself. Like I like to be able to mention this. I don't mind taking. Just if I take a hit or it takes me a little bit longer to get something into doing what I do, I don't mind taking a small hit sometimes, just to support other people. Because, if I can go along and basically support other people in one way, and I can take a hit in another direction, now, like I said, it's going to take me a lot longer to get the other support or the support aspects. So, I'm not doing it for just myself. There's only X number amount of stuff that, like I said, I need to do itself. With getting up to 4 on my thing here, if I get 5, 6, 7 viewers, is even better again, of course. And the more viewers, of course, the better it is, the stronger and more points that you get through Twitch. Like I said, if you're just there for a short period of time, like I said, it's nice to have support. I can't say there's anything wrong with that, and so on and so forth. So, like I said, just think of me as like a kind of like, how can I say this without, just think about me as kind of like a leader person to a point without being pushy. And what I mean is try to get communities to basically to stick together and so on and so forth, so we can actually make a stronger community and so on and so forth. And this is exactly what I like doing itself. Now, like I said, sometimes, like I said, if I'm stepping on people's toes or anything like that, I'm sorry if I come off that way, but sometimes, like I said, to that point. But as you notice, I don't tell people what to do. I let people be who they are going to be. They can be supporters, they can be doing whatever. They can be, like I said, if they are enjoying their games. I enjoy my games. I enjoy my games a lot. And I enjoy streaming. I enjoy supporting. Like I said, to me, when I come to streaming itself, I love streaming to help, like I said, the people that needs the support on the other hand, like for money-wise and so on and so forth. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Sitting on my YouTube channel, like I said, it's in the link in the description as well. That itself will actually help support those people, like I said, in homeless shelters and so on and so forth. If there's no support for that as well, then I can't do that support, because I know I'm not going to get that revenue, and I know I'm not going to get that to work right. So I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff at once, and people just don't realize that, like I said, for the money that is made off of these videos and so on and so forth, and ad revenue, I'm not too much worried about it. I'd rather put that back into the communities and so on and so forth. So I'm looking at, like, say, people itself, and look at exactly how I can support. I don't support alcohol and drugs, whatever the case may be. But if you actually, like, if you're a huge streamer and you decide to do that and so on and so forth, well, that's your lifestyle, in that direction. But like I said, I'm actually going along and after doing streams and so on and so forth, having, like I said, a lot of younger streamers basically screaming, yelling, and bawling. Sounds like they're eating their mic. It just sounds horrible. And those people, like I said, I don't follow too much. Now, I do give people a chance to basically, whatnot, to fix their problem. Or try to explain how to fix their problem so they don't be doing that. But like I said, some people don't realize they're actually doing it either. And like, I mean, that's just one of those things. And like, I mean, it's just a different way of running Twitch, I guess. But anyway, regardless of that, like I said, how is everybody doing regardless of that? I forgot to ask that so far. Hopefully everybody's doing good, of course. Hopefully everybody's doing kosher. Like I said, hopefully everybody's enjoying their night, of course. And hopefully everybody's enjoying their games or basically enjoying the stream. Like I said, it's just, like I said, I just like doing something just to basically do a lot of support, if I can actually do it at all. Now let me see. Nope, don't need the master pinata. Just working on this. Okay, I'm going to be able to get that other tome done. And then I'm going to basically maybe... I'm not sure. I want to play a different game, actually, eventually. Because I've been playing Trove for so many years. Like I said, that's why I didn't drop this game. I've been playing this game since 2015. Since it came out on console. I put hours and years into this game. And, like, I mean, it's like me playing Diablo 3, spending that much time. It's like people playing World of Warcraft for freaking since World of Warcraft came out. And basically playing that game over and over and over. And some people still enjoyed playing the game. Like I said, I started off playing not World of Warcraft, but I started playing a lot of the older type games as well. And so on and so forth. And I'm there to support the games as well that I do play. I love playing, like I said, these type of games. I like to basically... I like the solo aspect to them, but I also like the multiplayer aspect to them. Now, like I said, when it comes to like the modern warfare and all that stuff, like I said, it just doesn't do nothing for me in that direction. But on the other hand, I like to be able to actually support these type of games because, in fact, like I said, there's no manuals, there's no nothing to these games, there's nothing to tell you or explain how to play them. Some of the games looks actually really cool, different, and some, like I said, it's just so many games and so many different genres of the same thing out there as well. It's like different shooters that actually have different guns and whatever the case may be. So you have to look at it this way. There's so many different ways of playing the same game to a point. Like, I mean, it might be stat-wise, or it might be just something like that. And that's exactly how it worked. Hey, Uncle, how are you doing? And thanks for the follow, my friend. And thanks for the support. Like I said, once I'm finished my stream, dude, I'll definitely give you a follow back. Of course, as I always do. Like I said, this is basically, if you've never seen the game before, this is a game called Trove. It's basically a 2015 game. It's a little bit older. But I will tell you this. This game is awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's a grinder. Like I said, I've got my stats where I can actually do everything solo to pretty much to that point. And I'm also trying to help people out as well with my YouTube channel and so on and so forth. Like I said, try to help people with Twitch, to help them run Twitch a little bit better and so on and so forth. So, like, I mean, I do run my own channels and stuff like that, and I don't mind explaining things to a point so people can actually understand it a little bit better. Like, I mean, instead of being, like I say, it seemed to be a bit pushy or anything like that, because, like I said, I don't tell people what to do. I give them suggestions and so on and so forth. And it's up to a person if they want to use the information or not, and that's exactly what I look at. So, like, I mean, the more support out there, the better it is in that direction. But anyway, regardless of that, yeah. Like I said, I'm always trying to do something or do something a little bit different. Anyway, I'm just basically doing some grinders here, grinding grinders. It sounds like I'm actually doing like my micro grinders, which is basically for making armor in different in other games. But no, I'm just basically grinding some dungeons right now to try to get this one extra tome done. And I will see extra tome because usually I don't be doing long streams. Usually I do an hour of every game every day. Like I said to that point, I usually do this game early in the morning because I find this a little bit more active. Between 8:30 and 9:30 GMT, that's pretty much when I do stream with this one. And like I said, that's the thing I do. I love this game, even though it's an older game. Like, I mean, a lot of people, like I said, probably not interested in the game. It's like playing World of Warcraft. Some people are interested into it, and some people are not. Like, I mean, it's a choice of what they actually want to play, and so on and so forth. So, you know, man, that's exactly the way I like doing things. Like I said, I will talk. I will say this: I will talk random stuff if there's nobody chatting in my chat box, and so on and so forth. So people know exactly where I'm basically where my help in the community is, and so on and so forth. And so I can actually be able to help other people out. And thanks, Doe, for the follow, of course. And hopefully you're doing okay. And hopefully everybody else is doing okay as well. And welcome to the channel. Like I said, when it comes to doing things, so on and so forth, like just basically supporting the channel to make things work, yeah, it works. Oh, I'm doing great, dude. I'm just basically... basically mentioning about Trove and so on and so forth and other things and try to help people to teach people how to use Twitch a little bit better so they can help other communities and so on and so forth. Like I said, it's just not a rant video or anything like that. It's just more of a help video. Like, I mean, I've got like help videos and stuff like that on YouTube, so people can understand what they be doing with certain things, so they can help their channels and stuff grow, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm doing great. Like, I mean, besides that, like I said, how are you doing yourself? You know, how is your day going? Like in that direction. And how's everybody's day doing? Because everybody has a different day every time they wake up. They might have a different type of cup of coffee, or they might have a different type of temperature of coffee. They might be doing something different when they wake up, you know. Gotcha. Well, basically, thanks for showing up in my channel. Like I said, when it comes to that, hopefully you find my channel very useful and very interesting. I mean, I try to do my best with different channels and so on, different things. Like, I mean, I'm a great big huge Twitcher. I do Twitch a couple of times during the day, like I said, to support like other people and so on and so forth. And I do try to keep a schedule as well. Like, my schedule is usually early in the morning, just starting off. So that's exactly what I do. So yeah. Like, I mean, you can always check out my YouTube channel because there's also a link in the description. You want to check out our family page. You can also check in the Twitch itself. I've also got that posted up. Well, actually not Twitch, but the Discord. Sorry, my bad. You basically be able to join one of our family, where basically the Blitz family right now, we're basically got over almost close to 600 plus members. We're growing daily. We're basically supporting everybody else in their channels. We're doing the community thing. We're basically trying to help people to get overcome the basically the fun burden. I mean. And like I said, try to help people to get to the affiliate and so on and so forth. And that's exactly what we're doing currently. So we're basically doing a lot of stuff with our community, and we're basically working around the clock, which is really nice. Like I said, we're not just one-sided, you know. And that's exactly what I try to help people. And that's why I've got my YouTube channel to help people that learn how to play these games. Like I said, a lot of the new videos are trying to help people to understand how Twitch works. Some of the videos, the information is kind of repeating themselves over time, just because of the fact that when it comes with Twitch, it basically deletes the videos after a week. And so what I do is try to keep it fresh and whatever the case may be, and try to get information off my Twitch channel. Then I'm also posting it up on YouTube, so I can get the YouTube, so people can actually look at my YouTube channel and see all the information, so they can actually use that and benefit themselves. And that's exactly what I do. I basically do like I said, I do something a little bit different than what some other streamers do. But, it's just exactly how I try to support people. And I've been supporting people for a long, long time. And I don't mind supporting people itself. See, the thing is, like I said, I don't know, like I said, people find kindness is a weakness, or they don't like exactly what you're doing. But I will tell you this. Like I said, if you're basically doing a Twitch thing and you're streaming yourself, basically just following and giving you a follow back, I can basically follow you and basically help your channel grow. If I can raid your channel to basically give you some more followers and so on and so forth. This is what we do. This is what our community does. We're not there basically to go along and say, oh, I'm higher than you. I've got some people that I do follow. They've got like 5 and 6K followers, and basically it's all numbers. It's all numbers. Like I said to that point. So what I'm saying is, you could have the high numbers and you can get the popularity from your numbers, but everybody can get the numbers. But what people do for basically support and so on and so forth, people choose what they do. People choose what they do and how they want to do it. And that's exactly the way I look at it. All my videos and stuff like that are not telling people what to do, but giving people suggestions. And if you'd like to follow that, and basically to help them grow their channels and grow their communities and so on and so forth, if it helps them, if it does help them, I've got a lot of trove videos. A lot of my older trove videos are instructional videos how to play trove, and I actually do Minecraft. I'm not finished with my Minecraft series yet, and I'm not finished with a lot of the other series that I'm trying to do right now currently. I just don't have the community I used to have for Minecraft. A lot of people just start doing their own thing or switching games. Where I don't have the money to switch my games, say with the new Call of Duty and stuff that just got released, I just don't have the money that's going to pop. It's done, and that's exactly what I look at. I just got basically very low funds or whatever the case may be, and I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying what it is and what I got to work with. I'm dealing with a lot of the older software and so on and so forth. So try to keep up with all the new generation of basically the software. Like I said, it gets a bit expensive. I can see myself spending $400 or $500 if I had it. And that's the thing. Like I said, throughout the year even, and that would keep up with most of the games. But the problem is, I don't have that type of money. And like I said, in that direction. So, like I said, try to get affiliate and try to support other people. This is what I do. This is what I do with my channel. I support people with mental disabilities, physical disabilities, and so on and so forth. So I can actually be able to help them with funding and so on and so forth. And I like to try to be able to help people to get, like I said, just to get the support so they can get some funding, get their ad revenue, to get everything. It's all the side of business. Yes, I know, like I said, talking about business is just kind of boring. I know if you're basically a younger person, you basically don't understand the business side of things when it comes to that. I'm not saying that it's a downer. I'm not saying that's a downer. It's just that there's missing information there. Like I said, when you get a little bit older and stuff like that, or anybody gets a little older, you start understanding the business side of things, and you basically can look at both sides. Like I said, if you're younger than 13 or 14 years old, or basically if you're 13 or 14 years old, you're not too much worried about the other side. You basically, all you care about is, hey man, I'm going to have fun with this game and whatever the case may be. We do all the same thing. We do the same thing. We do it for a different reason. To that point, we're basically spending, just if we were spending $80, we want to see a percentage that of that coming back to us, and so on and so forth. But we also, some people got some kids to support. They got like I said, they got huge family supports, like 2 or 3 kids. And 2 or 3 kids is expensive now. It's not like it used to be years ago when basically you can have kids and so on and so forth and just have a family. You need to be able to have the revenue. You got to have everything going that way. So you got to be able to to support each other to a point, and you'll also be able to actually run it, like I said, the business side of things. And that's exactly the way I try to do and help people out with. Yes, I know sometimes it's a bit boring. I will say that. And I know, like I said, learning how to do things and so on and so forth at that side can be, like I said, daunting. Like I said, sometimes, and like I said, just I don't know. Like I said, it's just a different way of doing, like say Twitch and so on and so forth. Like I said, I love supporting people. Like I mean, support is, like I said, one of the things I do really well. And if I can actually support more people every single day, I would love to do that. Like, I mean, I'm only can support by sitting in a lobby, but I would love to be able to give, like I said, people like biddies. I like to be able to give people money that actually need it, especially people like, I mean, at home. Like I said, try to actually do something with what they're trying to do. Like, I mean, yes, basically gaming can be fun. I do have fun. Like I said, I don't play games not to have fun. But like I said, I'm looking at both sides. So if I'm looking at both sides, I'm talking about both sides. Like, I mean, it's just a different way of doing things. And like I said, like, I mean, I want to be a little bit different. But like I said, I do have, like I said, a cam and stuff like that on my computer. But right now, I'm trying to get a couple of games so I can actually get on my cam and so on and so forth, so people can see exactly who they're speaking to. Because right now, they're basically speaking to a disembodied voice, which is kind of weird to some people. And I can understand that too, you know. And like I said, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I've got the equipment, I just don't have the games and so on and so forth. And the PlayStation 4 camera is just so ugly. It only does a 720p at most. And it doesn't look right, so that's why I don't use it that much, because it looks choppy, it looks crap. But like I said, when I've got the stuff from my computer, like, I mean, I want to try to get some of the games and so on and so forth, so I can go between the console and my computer. But then I'll basically try to do more with the computer, because a lot more computer games are there, gamers are there, it seems, and so on and so forth. So I'll be able to support the computer side of things as well and have fun with that. Like, I mean, I've got everything that I need to do what I need to do. And that's pretty much the way I look at it. So, like I said, it's just, as I said before, it's just a different way of doing things. I wish basically PlayStation came up with a better camera. I know some people still use it, but you need a very well-lit room and so on and so forth, so it doesn't look grainy and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm living in a room, and with the lighting and stuff like that, it's so poor in this place I'm living into. That's why I don't use it. I know my 1080p looks a heck of a lot better because it does have a built-in light, but the PlayStation 4 camera does not. And that's another downfall of PlayStation itself to a point. Like, I mean, I'm not sure if PlayStation 5 has a built-in light. I don't think they do. So, you know, it's what it is. But anyway, regardless of that, I'm looking for to dump this, get rid of that, and pick up that one, and done. Sweetness. All right. Slowly getting things done, of course, with this grind. I know it's a boring grind. I know it's boring to watch sometimes. I do agree 100% to that point. Like I said, I'm on PS5 actually, but I'm on PS4 and 5. I'm on both. I've got a PS3 here, but you can't do streaming on that because it wasn't supported for that. But I'm on both. Like I said, if you want to join me at any time, I can give you my handle here, and you'll be able to join me and add me as a friend if you want to have someone to run with sometime. Give me a second here. I'll give you my handle here. This is on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Basically, this is my cross connect. And this is for Xbox users and so on and so forth. This is basically for PC, and this is actually for Xbox, whatever the case may be. This is how you get in touch with me through Cross Connect or Crossplay to basically from there. So you'll be able to use that and be able to still get in touch with me and that. Now, the problem is, with, like I said, with Trove and stuff like that, there is no crossplay. There was never support for it. And that's like I said, that's why in some of the communities and so on and so forth, or some of the players that die out on this type of game, just because there's no support for the crossplay, there's no support for anything else. Besides, yeah, I wish they did too. Like, I mean, I said that a couple times in my videos and stuff. I wish they had crossplay, so I'd be able to actually play with more people. I don't care about the market be more expensive. I don't care about all that stuff. But I'd like to be able to actually have crossplay overall. Like, I mean, but it's Trove. It's Trove. Basically, you got to remember it's been out for the last few years. But see, I don't get it. Okay, GTA, it's been out for years too, but that always had crossplay. So basically, with Trove, it's almost like to me, the devs were getting lazy when they actually done coding, or they're basically just because of the engine that you were using. Like I said, they didn't put in crossplay, which is kind of sad to a point. I would love to see crossplay in this game, definitely. And like I said, there'd be also more support for the rest of the players too. Like, I mean, instead of worrying about like adding people with different codes and so on and so forth. Like I said, I do play Minecraft from time to time. I'm there basically to support that community. I play racers. I play a lot of games too at the same time. Like I said, I'm pretty much a decent, good racer too. Like, I mean, if you watch my YouTube channel, even some videos on here, you basically be able to look at that as well. So you'll be able to actually use that as a reference. Like I said, I'm always trying to basically get better with the rally games and so on and so forth, which I don't play. But I like to be able to get into those too, because those can be a lot of fun. Let me see here. I gotta get some more jams and open these boxes because my inventory is trying to get stuffed. Now, what I'm gonna do here is try to open up these boxes. There we go. Just to give myself more space. Space. Whoop. All right, we're gonna basically do it that way. There we go. Got a few more spaces, of course. This works. Now, once I get this tome done, though, I might just end my stream, as I do warn people before, just in case they want to do whatever. But yeah, usually I try to do a tome and a half every day. Sometimes I get during the day, if I'm doing my regular stream, I usually get like 2 tomes done, and usually try to do 1 tome later on, whatever the case may be. I do a lot of this, grind off stream too. So people would be like, "Oh my God, you actually went in that advanced that much?" Yeah, just because like I said, repetitive of the grind, and it doesn't seem like I'm doing much. That's the thing. Like, I mean, but it's just the way the game is designed, you know. But the game is a lot of fun. Like I said, just getting into it, whatever the case may be. Like, I mean, I love these type of games. Ooh, another gateway. Nice. No. Anyway, regardless of that, I'm just going to end my stream here, of course. And hopefully you guys have a great night, of course. Hopefully I'll catch you again at some point. Like I said, thanks for the support. Thanks for tuning in to my stream. And hopefully be able to catch you in the next one. Peace out, guys, and good night.